Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Transformers Seige War for Cybertron trilogy, Rainmaker, Nova Storm. So we're just going to be concentrating this video on this particular guy. These two have already had their own videos, so what we can do is we can have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look how you can use his accessories, again in both modes, and of course we will do some comparisons with him, the rest of his Rainmakers, and the original owner of the mold, and probably a few more Tetra jets as well. Now, before we get started, and as I'm moving these out of the way, I'd like to thank Robot Recruits, because that is who I purchased this from, and as you can see, they sent it out to me nice, quickly and safely. Also, I'd like to remind anybody, if you've not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. So I'm going to open him up in a second, but before we do so, I want to have a quick look at this beautiful artwork on the side. There are the Tetra jets, as I say, affectionately known as the Rainmakers, and the reason for that is because this is an actual screenshot from one of the, of course, the first episode. I think it was known as More Than Meets the Eye in America, or Arrival from Cybertron if you lived in the UK, and there, of course, they are Acid Storm, Nova Storm and Iron Storm, and again in their Tetra jet mode. If we spin it round, we can see that, again, I've just mentioned it is a normal Tetra jet. It is just going to take 22 steps between each mode, and I suppose the next best thing to do is just take him out of the box. The box is already opened. We can have a quick look at this beautiful Seige artwork. It's great to go back and look at this. And in honesty, I probably need to go and watch the cartoon again. I was a big fan of it. I did like it. So yeah, maybe I need to. Also, while I'm opening this, I'd also like to remind people who are new to the channel that I don't just review new figures. I do, to be honest, I prefer to do G1 figures. I do loads of videos on G1 figures, but I also like to do the new ones as well. So let me know what you want to see. Right, you can see he's in there. I'm just going to quickly set him free and come straight back to you. Okay then, so I've set him free from his plastic prison, and this is where I like to do things called first impressions. One other thing I quickly want to point out is that the instructions, and rightly so, come out with all three on the one instruction booklet. This of course saves lots of paper because the transformation process is the same for them all. Right, let's have a quick look at him. And again, for people who don't know, when you take him straight out of the box, this part here is, it's not mistransformed, it's just not put in the correct place. It's just, I suppose, obviously how they package him. Right, let's have a look at the head sculpt. Head sculpt is great, lovely detail there, red in the eyes. He's got these bit of damage effects on the forearms and on the shins coming into the thighs. Articulation wise, the head will go backwards and forwards. It will rotate all the way around, as you can see. Shoulders round up to the side, bicep flexion, wrist swivel, yep, wrist swivel, waist swivel, hips front, back, knee bend, ankle rock, and as you'd expect, pretty much everything from a new figure. That's one of the main reasons I don't tend to spend too much time looking at the articulation on these, because there's just loads of them. Lovely little Tampograph Decepticon logo there. And yeah, a lovely bit of translucent plastic there. This is brilliant as well. I know people who don't like the gaps, the fact that these cover up the gaps just by being on spring loads. So first impressions, again, Seige jet, we know what to expect. In fact, Tetra jet, we know what to expect. So let's have a look at him in his alternate mode. So then, here we are in the alternate mode. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. That will be uploaded separately, and it is to keep the length of the video down and not to spoil it for people who don't want to see it. So here we are. There's the translucent orange plastic that I pointed out on the back of him. Again, lovely. Love the battle damage effect on here. Love the Decepticon logo there. Everything's obviously tucked up all nice and neat in the back. It fits together all snugly. And as I mentioned before with these jets, I just love them. I don't think they can go wrong with these. Just all the nostalgia. Just mainly that, to be honest, just the nostalgia and actually being able to hold a Tetra jet in your hand all them years after the cartoon. So the accessories that come with him are of course these two blasters. They're both identical, and what we can do, and I'm going to try and have a bit of a play today with this because I've got all three, so what I'm going to try and do is put these in the hands as normal, like so. Whoever put that one, let's make sure it's the same. And in fact, no, I'm going to go under the wing first, like so, because you can choose wherever you want it to go. There's them pointing outwards. I'm going to try and take acid storms now. Now, of course, you can connect anything with a 5mm post. So it can be a fossilizer, it can be a battle master, a target master, all that sort of stuff. You can connect anything with the 5mm peg into these holes. And at the moment, it's looking okay. I'm going to try one more thing. This might not work. Main reason for this is, I suppose, just to keep the videos different. To try and keep, even though it's the same, I'm trying to keep them as different. But I unfortunately think that I'm stumped there. There's nothing else that I can see if I can work out where to put it, unless that would fit. There you go, guys. You saw how I just did it. I didn't even really think about it. It just went in. Funnily enough, there's a tab in there as well. Let's see if I can actually get one to attach. You know what? Look at that. There you go. So you can completely power him up. He's got all of the Rainmaker's guns, and that one even fit into a tab, shall we say. Right, I suppose that's enough playing around with them. Let's get him back into his robot mode for some final comparisons and checks. Okay, then back for the final time in his robot mode, and this is the way that I'm going to choose to be displaying him. And what I'm going to show you very quickly then is what I meant at the beginning. When you fully transform him back, this part actually clips over the back. Again, quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. It is uploaded separately. So all we need to do now is, again, just where do you want to put his accessories? You can pop them in his hands like that, which again looks okay, but let's be honest, if you like G1, or if you remember G1 from when you were a child, or even if you just remember G1, most of the places, in fact most of the people rather, they will be displaying these exactly where I'm going to put them right now, in the top of the shoulders. He says you could, if you want to, put them on the side of the forearm. There's loads of places for these to go. You can pop these there on the side of the shoulder, and that also means, like I said, you can still put other weapons in his hands, exactly like this. There's one I've made earlier. Pop him in that hand, and you can fully display him like so. Looking great. What a great colour scheme. He looks fantastic. I'm glad that he's bright enough yellow to be differentiated away from being Sunstorm. Sunstorm's obviously a little bit more orange. He's just that bit different enough. So there's not really much more to say apart from here he is with the rest of his Rainmakers. First and foremost, there they all are for the first time, I do believe, in toy form, but I can't remember if BotCon did them, to be honest. I know I've got the other one, the Welcoming Committee, the BotCon ones. We need to have a very quick look at the original owner of this particular mould. There he is. There's Starscream fitting into it. And while we're here then, let's have a look at a few more. Now, this isn't the entire collection. It's pretty obvious, and I'm sure you can probably guess already the one that I haven't got. There is Hot Link. There is the Sparkless Seeker. Here is Thundercracker. And finally, we've got Red Wing. So there you go. Again, I know there's more. I know there's some premium finish ones, etc. And of course, there's good old Skywarp missing from this collection. But there you go, guys. There are the 8 Tetra Jets that I've got in mine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking at them. I hope it helps with your decision if you wanted to get them. And yeah, let me know if you've got them, if you like them, etc. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.